Dharma Path presents Buddhism and the Quantum Field, Episode 2, Conscious versus Subconscious. Hey, I'm Ted Vieira. I hope you guys are doing great, and welcome back to Dharma Path. This is the second episode of the Buddhism and the Quantum Field series. As I mentioned in the first episode, the Buddha didn't teach quantum physics under that name. No, that term, it came much later. But the Buddha shared concepts and insights that were referring to the parallel aspects of Buddhism and quantum physics that science has finally caught up with. Some examples: interdependence, impermanence, non-self, emptiness, no fixed reality independent of conditions. And there are more parallels, and you can dive into that on your own, but now I want to get back to the topic at hand. The quantum field. Let's get started. Today I want to talk about how Newtonian physics is what we use to base our thoughts on how reality worked. Newtonian physics, it's based around thinking that it was the mechanical aspect, the particles. That's what determined our biology, our reality. With quantum physics, it's all about the field, that invisible energy that flows through every particle. That's what determines our reality. Einstein said, "The field is the sole governing agency of the particle." In other words, in this world of energy, particles, and matter, it's that field that gives shape to the matter. It gives shape to every part of reality. And this is the basis of quantum physics. What science has learned. What science has learned through quantum physics is that it's our thoughts, it's our perspective that controls and shapes our reality. In the area of our health, it's not our genetics that shapes our biology. That's what we used to think, right? No, it's our beliefs about our genetics. That's what determines our health. Not the genetics themselves, but our beliefs about them. What does this mean? It means you've been given the ability to control your health, your biology, your reality, not so much by your thoughts, but more importantly, by your programming. Okay, are positive thoughts enough? Is that all you need? So, are positive thoughts enough to change your life? Now maybe you're thinking, well, if I just have positive thoughts, everything will be great, right? Unfortunately, it's not that simple. That's kind of what has given positive thinking kind of a bad name. People might consciously always focus on thinking positive, but then nothing changes. Just positive thinking is not enough to change your reality. Conscious versus the subconscious mind. When you're having positive thoughts, you're using your mind, right? That's not enough. Here's the other part of the equation that's often left out of the conversation. There are two parts to the mind: conscious and subconscious. These are entities working in two very different fashions. To describe these two parts of the mind, I will use Bruce Lipton's analogy. Yeah, great stuff. The conscious mind is the thinking mind. It's the thoughts, that voice that we actually hear in our head. It's the thoughts that we're aware of. This is our conscious mind. The subconscious mind, it's like a tape recorder. It records our experiences and then just continually plays them back to us over and over again, really reinforcing those often limiting or negative messages that we believe to be true. That's about 1 million times more powerful than the conscious thinking mind. So on a day-to-day basis, our subconscious mind, it's running our biology, it's running our reality about 95 to 99% of the time. You can think all these positive thoughts, but the conscious mind, no, it's not in charge. It has such minimal power compared to the constantly running subconscious mind. The subconscious is that tape that's running over and over again. That's what determines our biology, our reality. That doesn't make the subconscious evil. No, it's just a tape recorder. It's those messages, those programs that are continuously running. That's the stuff we want to look at changing. Yeah, that's the stuff we want to look at changing if we want to change our reality. Okay, big question. How do we change that programming? Okay, that's what we're going to get into in the next episode. Hey, are you enjoying the series? Man, it just gets better, so I hope you stay tuned. This information is so important. It's deep. It can be life-changing. You know, it's not woo-woo fantasy stuff. No, it's science. Powerful stuff. For dharmapath.net, I'm Ted Vieira. I will talk to you in the next episode. Thanks.